Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be this is going to be the September 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Scorpio. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, I do ask that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. All that being said, though, let's go ahead and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close. So last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's coming for September. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. I do apologize in advance too. You can probably tell by my voice I'm feeling a little under the weather, so hopefully you can understand me okay. Not feeling my best. But let's hop into it. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Pulling a summary affirmation card, we have the card, I feel desired. So really feeling desired, really feeling wanted these last few weeks, which is always so nice to know that people do desire you, do want you. But let's see what context. I mean, maybe this was being wanted for a job, wanted in a relationship. Lots of different things that you can be desired for. But let's take a look and see what our cards are here. The cat is also helpful today as well. First up, we have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is a card of solid, practical, wise thinking. This is also a really wise investment card. So this is about putting your time, your energy, your money, your resources in the correct place. So whatever it is that you invested in these last few weeks, it seems like it was really promising. Again, solid, practical, wise. The next card that we have is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a card of being confident, being very self-assured. I think that ties into the desire and the want. You knew you were desired. You knew you were wanted for whatever this was, which is really neat to see. Again, very nice confident boost, but you went in head held high, very confident, very assured of your capabilities, which is nice. Now, taking a look at our bottom card here, we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a card potentially of self-imposed restrictions, which I don't know that piece comes into play. What I'm feeling more, this can also be a card of isolation, so you could have been a little bit withdrawn, but I think that you don't necessarily know the next steps from here. So kind of the blindfold coming into play. You're moving forward, but potentially we're moving forward blindly, which isn't a bad thing. It's especially important that we have that confidence just because we don't know all of the next steps. And it's great to see here, Scorpio, with the King of Pentacles, we can kind of rest assured. Again, this is solid, practical, wise. This is a good place for us to be spending our time and energy. Taking a look at our clarifiers, first up we have the Ten of Cups. If you've watched my readings before, you know the Ten of Cups is my favorite card in the entire deck. It's the card of all things wonderful. It's total love, support, contentment. Also feeds nicely into that being desired, being wanted, very well supported, being sought after. But in the note of this being a wise investment, a good place to be, this is what you want. This is the ideal. This is the perfect. So really love to see the Ten of Cups in the mix. Again, definite validation of where we're putting our time, our energy, our effort into is the correct place at this time. The next card that we have is the Hermit. The Hermit is a card of doing what feels good at your core. This is about doing what feels good to your heart, going within for clarity. And that's why we're able to move forward so confidently here. This is a little bit of a withdrawn card too. We mentioned that with the Eight of Swords. So there could be a little potential for you to be slightly withdrawn, but not a big deal. And then at the bottom here we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is very strategic, very focused, very moving forward. I like where this plan is taking you long term. So really nice last few weeks it looks. Let's go and take a look now what we're coming up with in September. So just a general look at our September messages. we have the card I Feel Lost. I'm actually not super surprised to see this. We were talking about with the Eight of Swords here. We kind of have this blindfold on. We don't know where next steps are. However, if you look closely at this card, you see this person is like cracking open the seashell and the light is shining through, which is wonderful. So it's okay to feel lost. We can't always know exactly what the next step is, what the next move is. But the fact is that you're making progress forward, and that's what's important at this exact moment, Scorpio. But I do think that you'll get some clarity. So you're kind of almost in a transition period now, if you will. But taking a look at our cards, first up we have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, award, recognition, success, good news, all wonderful things. So again, no doubt here, Scorpio, that you're going to come out on top of this situation. You wanted it. They wanted you. The desire was there. The contentment is there. It was very strategically aligned. So success coming here for you. So even more reason to not worry so much about not knowing next steps. The next card we have is the Eight of Wands. This is a card of speed, action, quick change, so things are going to be moving quickly. You're also going to be finding out news quickly here too, so information to come soon. So again, I think this feeling of being lost will be short-lived for sure. Then also at the bottom here we have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a card with a lot of different things going on. You see there's something different in each of these cards. There's just busy when we see a card like this. This is also kind of non-committal energy with the Seven of Cups. And I don't know that I like the word non-committal, as it is more the feeling of lost and just kind of not sure what the next move is. But again, it looks like we're going to get some clarity on that in these next few weeks or month. Taking a look at our clarifiers, we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is like the go forth, take action, move forward. It's person in movement type energy. So continue to move forward, because definitely we are getting to that point of that victory, that award, that recognition, that good news, that success with the Six of Wands. So continue to take action even if you are feeling a little lost. The next card that we have is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is like Prince or Princess Charming, knight in shining armor, very romantic, very proposal-like, marriage. Typically a love card, so there could be some love energy swirling around this month for you as well. But I think this is more about the proposal, the opportunity. And in the case of the Knight of Cups, this is like the ideal. So there's a lot of good, even though you're feeling lost, maybe feeling like we don't know this next steps. There seems to be so much good. And again, I feel like you're getting clarity quickly here as well. So ideal opportunity is what we're seeing with the Knight of Cups. At the bottom here, we have the Judgment card. The Judgment card is a card of clarity. It's a card that's always favorable for you. So looking forward to you getting that more information. So lots of cards saying this is the right thing to do and more information to come. Now, taking a look at our next column, we're going to take a look at or talk about anything related to money. So quick money message for you to start off with here. It says, confront your finances head on. Look at your bills to see how much you are spending and what needs to be made to live your life of your dreams. So really assessing finances there. But in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money here, Scorpio. First up, we have the Five of Cups. There seems to be something that's bothering you just looking at this spread of cards. The Five of Cups is a card of low feelings. You see this person's facing away from us, their head's hanging low, the cups are knocked over and they're kind of grieving them. So this is like loss, depression, grief, some of the lower, heavier feelings. So there's something that's bothering you in your current career or financial situation. The next card that we have is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very strategic. It's very long-term. I feel like we need to make some sort of change here to get away from these low feelings. The King of Swords can also be a card of seeking professional help. So get professional help where you need it. Maybe you need like career guidance counseling at this point, or you need to connect with a mentor, or you need to connect with a debt consolidation or financial counselor or something of that sort. But the King of Swords can be seeking that professional help. At the bottom here, we have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is a card of feeling like you're in a low place. Again, something isn't feeling good between the Ten of Swords and the Five of Cups here. Let's take a look, though, and see what other clarifiers we've got going on. First up, we have the Sun card. In terms of good card in the tarot deck, it really doesn't get much better than the Sun. This is material happiness, joyous outcomes, success. So many good things with the Sun. I like to see this because it's indicating there will be some sort of shift of energy. Again, it seems like we need to do some sort of counseling or conversations or some sort of guidance. But we can definitely turn this around. So whatever it is, whether it's career or financial, you're definitely going to turn this around for the better. It's like it had to get to this point for us to actually do something about it. But much brighter days on the other side, much more enjoyment and success coming there. The Queen of Cups is up next. The Queen of Cups is a card of doing some sort of healing. So again, we need to repair career, we need to repair finances, whatever it may be. We can seek that professional guidance. We can make those strategic changes to do this kind of recovery, this kind of healing. At the bottom here, we have the Lovers card. I know oftentimes the Lovers card is a love card, but also anytime we have two of something on a card, it can be a decision. So again, that's the decision to get this counseling, to get this guidance, to get things turned around here, Scorpio. So I like this. Much better, brighter, happier days coming for you there. Now taking a look at our next column, we're going to talk about anything related to love. So a quick love message here. It says, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only being true to yourself that you can be true to others. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love here. First up, we have the Magician. The Magician is about turning your visions into reality, but furthermore, Scorpio, it's about taking action to do that. So this is about taking the actions to get what you want in terms of love. So be thinking about what it is that you want and be thinking about actions you can take. Again, it's inspired action leading you to what you need or what you want. The Emperor is our next card. The Emperor is a very respectful card. I like this in terms of relationships. There's just a lot of underlying respect there. The Emperor, though, is very future-focused, strategic, the plan, the long game. So again, we need to be clear on exactly what it is that we want and then start to take action on that. Perhaps you want to be in a relationship, then you need to go out or get on dating apps or connect with friends of friends. So again, taking that inspired action. Perhaps some of you want to grow your family. The Emperor is a parenting card as well. So definitely some of you looking to grow your family. It would be things like stopping birth control, tracking cycles. Again, that very inspired and intentional action to start to lead you towards that thing that is that you want there, Scorpio. At the bottom here, we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a very honest card. Oftentimes it's a card of communication. This is coming through as like getting clear though. So being clear on what you want so we can take the action to turn those visions into reality there for you. Looking at our clarifiers, the first card we have is the Moon card. The Moon card is a card of voluntary changes. So again, it's getting clear on what you want and then starting to make the changes, starting to take the action that you need to take to get you there, Scorpio. The next card that we have is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is a great one in terms of love. This is a card of new love, so for those of you seeking a new relationship, this could be a really good one for you. But with the Page of Cups, this is also like putting in the hard work, putting in the effort. So again, making those changes, taking that action to get to whatever this thing is that you desire in terms of love. At the bottom here, we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a card of being resourceful, so using your resources appropriately. This is a very great fertility and domestic card though, so relationship card and fertility card as well. So very fitting in this column. So some good relationship cards sprinkled in there, but also some call to action type cards, if you will, Scorpio. Okay, now we're going to take a look at our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the card, I Will Hope. So here, this is an interesting one. There's something you're hoping for, praying for, manifesting for. There's something you're hoping for the rest of this month. Let's see what we can find out here, though. The first card that we have is the Eight of Pentacles. I get the feeling this thing that you're hoping for, you're not sure that it's going to come true. We're going to take a closer look at this, but this is almost like doubt. So they see this thing that you want, but you have this inherent sense of doubt that you're not going to get it. The next card that we have is the Star card. The Star card is a card of hope. So you have a card at the top saying all hope. You have a Star card saying that there's hope. The Star card is also a card of renewal. So perhaps there's something that will happen that will renew this hope. But it's very conflicting here. Again, there's something you're hoping for, but then you're not sure that it's going to happen. There's this doubt of the hope here. We need to really focus in on the hope. I would give you the advice to Scorpio, worry less about the how-to and just really focus on that thing that you're hoping for. You don't necessarily need to understand exactly how the pieces are going to come together and how everything will fall into place. We need to be more focused on the hope and the thing that we want. At the bottom here, we have the Three of Wands. This can be a card of making plans. So, I feel like because there is maybe not a feasible plan to get there, that's where the doubt is coming from. And the message here is like the hope has to kind of trumpet here. Let's see what other messages we've got going on. The first card is the Hangman. The Hangman is a card of, this is a card of wisdom. There's going to be more information coming in on this. I think you'll get a better understanding. For now, though, you just don't see how the dots are going to connect. So we want this thing. We're just not sure how we're going to get it. Again, this is indicating more wisdom will come. There is some self-sacrifice, too, I think that will happen. You'll have to, of course, make some effort. Again, it's just not clear at this point. The Eight of Swords is the next card we have. This is self-imposed restriction. So this is the doubt that we have. Again, we have this thing that we are hoping for, but yet we're doubting its ability to come true, and that in itself is a restriction for you. The Five of Pentacles, again, this is the doubt, the worry that it's not going to come true. I think we're too focused on the plan, and we need to just be more focused on the hope. I know that maybe isn't the most clear-cut advice, but that is what I'm hearing for you, Scorpio. So focus on just being hopeful. Don't worry so much about how to get there. Just think about this thing that you want. Okay, now at this time I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video here really quick. But question number 1 is the King of Diamonds. This is number 15 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2 is the King of Hearts, the number 24 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3 is the Queen of Clubs, the number 40 card. That's going to be a yes. All high cards there and all yeses for you. We're also going to pull a card from our Healing Stones deck. This is a crystal to keep with you through the month of September. You have labradorite, which is good for realism, mediumship, really helps cut through illusions, great for knowledge, and greatness of the mind. Last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your Healing Note says, the only courage that matters is the kind that gets you from one moment to the next. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Scorpio, and I hope you have a wonderful September.